Hello, it's John from Currensis. This is week number 328, and this week saw in the markets more sovereign debt issues, bank issues, a lot of volatility, 600-point down days, 400-point up days, 500 down days, etc. Gives us a lot of volatility, a lot of opportunity, a lot of additional risk. Please, when you're noticing these kind of wild swings, make sure that you're taking extra precautions. Although volatility gives us rise to sometimes better opportunities, but also risk as well. So make sure you keep that in mind. This week I'm doing something new. All of the signals 100%, and we're going to start out with the dollar Swiss franc this week. We're done on in our automated program, meaning no discretion, all automated. You'll see on the screen here shortly exactly all the trades with lines, etc. Going 24 hours a day. Might want to say that the had 31 signals for the week, 28 of which we took, 3 ignored because of the breakout. We had 11 losers, 20 winners, for a 71.4% winning percentage and a total of 608 pips for the week. Happy to say that the 15-minute time frame on the dollar Swiss franc did very well this week. It might not be our number one time frame. We are proponents of higher time frames, less volatility, less noise, most of the time better signals. But I wanted to show the robustness of the program, and it mirrors pretty much to the pip on manual. Of course, when we're talking about using the manual program, we sometimes use some discretion, especially in the candle counting for a market stall. But in the automated system, we took that into consideration and used that as well for the purposes of these weekly reports going forward. We will still continue to use market stall or candle stall, and use those going forward in our calculations as we always have. Anyway, without further ado, here is the dollar Swiss franc. We had 3 signals right in a row, 2 reversals at the open on Sunday. Had a nice little down. Actually, the market opened at 75.91 for the week. 75.91 for the week. We'll see what happened at the end of the week, where we were at, and how many pips we got. As I already told you in our opening comments, 608 for the week, so that's a pretty good pip total. But anyway, we had 3 orders right in a row, 2 reversals, and a black long, all long, all exiting on the red dot in the opposite direction. The first reversal was for 6 pips, the second one was for 13, and the black long was for 3. Our red dot short validated at 75.97 and exited on dot in the opposite direction for a plus 38 at 75.59. This gray dot actually was our exit validation. We went short on the breakout here at 75.39 excuse me, and that was actually stopped out for a minus 60 here. We had a red dot short at 75.91, a black short at 76.18, and both of these two exited on the gray dot short, or excuse me, the gray dot long at 75.46. The first dot was a plus 45. The second one was for 72. The gray dot validated at 75.46, exiting at 75.64. We had a red dot short at 75.36, exiting on a dot in the opposite direction at 75.12 for a plus 24. We went long, gray dot at 75.12, dot in the opposite direction here at 75.37 for a plus 25. We went short again, 75.37, and the system took us out at a MACD cross here for a plus 103 at 74.34. We had a red dot short, 73.64, exiting on a dot in the opposite direction at 73.04 for a plus 60. Our gray dot long at 73.04 was stopped out here for a minus 60 at 72.44. We have a gray dot long at 71.68. And exited on the red dot at 72.24 for a plus 54. The red dot short was stopped at a minus 26 at 72.50. The reversal was exited on a dot in the opposite direction for a plus 26. Our breakout at 72.30 closed after 20 candles here for a minus 17. Our red dot short also closed at market stall at a minus 37 at 72.76, right in here. Our black short at 72.86, dot in the opposite direction, 72.98 for a minus 12. We went long, 72.96, exited at the dots here at a minus 26, both the black and the grays, these two exiting there. We had a breakout long then at 72.93, ignored the first dot, exited on the second one at a plus 92. System did take this gray dot and was stopped out for a minus 23. Gray dot short, exiting here on the red dot for a plus 27. Our blue at 75.81, exited here at a MACD cross for a plus 38. Our second blue exited after 10 candles for a minus 6. Then we have a couple of additional blues here, both of which exited on our dot in the opposite direction for a plus 88 and a 104. And our two blues at the end of the week, system closed it out at 77.70 for a plus 44 and a plus 47 for the week. Alright, this is John from Currentsys. That was the dollar Swiss franc. Our next pair reviewed was the euro dollar 15-minute It had 24 signals, one we ignored for the breakout, for 23 total orders, 8 losers, 15 winners, for a 65.2% winning percentage, total of 214 pips for the week. First order we had was a black dot short. It was stopped out for a minus 11 on the blue dot. The opposite direction, additional blue dot, black dot short, covered both of those two for a plus 22 and a plus 25 at 43.50. We went short. Again, opposite direction dot, validated for a plus 78 at 142.78. That was a long. That was stopped out at minus 77 at 14201. That's approximately a 3 ATR stop we're using. So consistently across the board. That gray dot MACD stall, or excuse me, candle stall, exited for a minus 6 on the gray dot here. Red dot short for a minus 6. Again, market stall. Black dot short, validated, was stopped out for a minus 22. We had a blue dot long at 142.43. Dot in the opposite direction for a plus 19. We're going short, exiting on the dot in the opposite direction again for a plus 6. Blue long. This was a MACD cross down here, and that was for a plus 21, exiting at 142.67. Our blue dot long was at 143.55, exited at the dot in the opposite direction. Validation here for a plus 5. Our breakout basically went nowhere after 20 candles. We exited at a minus 22. Gray dot we ignored. Gray dot long, 141.92. Dot in the opposite direction, exited for a minus 3. Then a red short to a dot in the opposite direction for a plus 43 at 141.46. Gray dot long at 141.46 to the black dot short for a plus 77. Our black dot short went to a dot in the opposite direction here for a plus 41 at 141.70. Our black dot went long at 141.70, exited on our dot in the opposite direction here at a plus 40. Our black dot short was stopped out at a minus 15 at 142.31. Dot in the opposite direction, gray dot. The gray dot long at 142.31 was a break even at market stall. Excuse me, MACD cross. Our last two orders was a black dot short and a gray dot short. At black dot was 142.26 and the gray was 142.54, both exiting on the validation of the blue dot at 142.40 for a minus 14 and a plus 14. So we're going into the weekend open at 142.40. This is John from Currencies. This was the euro dollar. Our last pair for the week was the pound dollar. We had 20 signals, one we ignored, plus 169 for the week, a 52.6% winning percentage, 9 losers, 10 winners, for a total of 169 for the week. And this is the pound dollar. First order of the week, we had a black short, 164.11. Was stopped out on a black a blue dot in the opposite direction for a minus 27. Then we had two blues, 1, 2, both being covered at a black dot in the opposite direction here for a minus 17 and a plus 12. Our black short went all the way to here, which was our MACD cross in the opposite direction. It went from 164.21 down to 163.27 for a 106. Our black long here at 163.24 was covered by a MACD cross for a minus 31. We had a gray dot long, which again we covered on the dot in the opposite direction here for a plus 22 at 163.23. Black short was stopped out for a minus 57. At this particular point it was a 3 ATR. We had a gray dot short, and that one covered at a minus 27. That was a MACD cross. MACD covered real quick. MACD cross for a minus 27. Then we had a gray long here, 162.08 to 163.08 for a plus 100 MACD cross. We had a black long, which was stopped out here at a minus 45. We had a red dot short, which took at 162.39 to a dot in the opposite direction here for a plus 50. We went long 161.89. After 7 or so candles, we exited for a minus 14. Here's our reversal and black. Reversal took at 161.53. The black long 161.49. Both exiting on the validated gray at 161.98 for a plus 45 and a plus 49. The gray short was stopped out. A dot in the opposite direction for a minus 22, or excuse me, a minus 23. This particular gray dot was a MACD cross for a plus 14. Our black long market stall closed us out at a minus 22, and our breakout, and we ignored the gray dot for a plus 17 after 20 candles, and the gray dot we ignored and flat into the weekend. Okay, this is John from Currencis. I'm going to fix some of these other lines this week, so it's a little bit better to view for next week. But anyway, have a good pipful week, and we'll see you next week. Thanks. Hope to see you in the trading room Monday and Wednesday this week, the 15th and the 17th, and talk about some of these things and issues for the upcoming week. Thank you. Have a nice day.